Behind us is the famous, or infamous, Tower of London, built in 1066 by William the Conqueror and added to by every generation of royals right up until the Victorian age. This is a famous place partly because of how dangerous and deadly it was for people who landed here, but also because of the high-profile criminals, so-called, that they put inside. Included in this tower were two wives of Henry VIII, who waited their peril of death as he would behead them much later. Now, Henry VIII is an important figure because he was the one who actually moved England from a Roman Catholic to an English Catholic, and then ultimately to an Anglican or Church of England state. Henry VIII declared England free of the Pope, and then he actually declared himself the head of the English Church, using Parliament to back his decision. This was a huge shift for what happens in Europe, and happened not long after the Reformation in Germany and throughout other parts of Europe. Now, Henry VIII is a problematic figure, partly because he wanted to have this separation from the Pope's responsibility, largely because he wanted to be remarried, and the Pope didn't want that for political or religious reasons. So Henry VIII is a really interesting figure, but he also, when he was younger, wrote an entire book that actually supported the authority of the Pope. That's the reality and the difficulty of Henry VIII. We don't know if he was mad, or just mad, or a genius, or actually a kind of a tyrant, or maybe all of those things. And yet he sits at the beginning of one of the world's largest religious movements, with well over 100 million people in the Anglican Communion worldwide. And this is actually part of the bloody legacy that is the wonderfulness and problematic history of the Church of England.